Oh, sometimes the...
Raidnade said, "Hi, Grin.
What's
How you
good?
doing?"
Oh, sorry, you're so far away. Hello! Man, sometimes Brave is just the worst. Or it's maybe my whole computer is just kind of having a stroke, and I need to, like, just start ripping fucking files out of there that's eating it alive or something. Because it's... my whole PC's locked up right now. There we go. I don't know why.
Lone Syndicate said, "What's up, Grin?"
What's good, boys? 1 second. Shoot, my thing fell. Ah, God damn, I gotta get off the ground. I better turn on my fan. 1 second. Oh, how was your week? What'd you guys do this week? Oh, my fucking eye just, oh my, ow. And I'm back. I turned on my fan. All right. Hopefully things work out. This hit go. That's looping. Awesome. Did I fuck up the green screen when I moved? I did not. Oh, boys. How are you? It's been a week. I should have been more effective than I was. Anyways. But gang... oh my God, we had so many things to talk about. Unfortunately, this week I did unfortunately see a guy slice his whole body up, which was a not very fun time scrolling through Twitter. But anyways, point is, man. And the person who grew up in the Pain Olympics, if anyone knows OG internet, horrifying. That was very much that vibe. And I found out the older I get, the more of a bitch I become because I wanted to, I hated seeing that. Anyways, I hope you guys didn't see it. I made a mistake. I heard a news guy who I watched talk about it, and I thought, you can't keep being like, you guys should not, it's the craziest thing, you should not, you can't keep saying that, because my dumb ass is like, hey, how bad can it be? It's that bad. It's actually that bad. It's actually one of the worst things you could see. It has to be drugs. It has to be like a drug thing. Anyways. Anywho, what's good, Jess? How are you, Jess? How are you, Kat? How are you? Fred says, long time. How are you, Fred? Hopefully pretty good. Gang, I finished Shane and Oryx this week. All right. I will say, let me just zoom in real quick because this is getting important. I don't know if I'm going to do the 2 statue giveaway because it's fucking huge, dude. Just as a reference point, 1 second. Oh God. This is Shane. This is Shane. Little tiny little thing. It's just a glowing thing. This is Oryx. Oryx is like gigantic compared to Shane. Oh God. Get in there, you stupid little wedge that holds everything there. Boom. So it's this tiny little girl, like not girl, it's like a grown woman. Especially, so basically I made like an older alt version of Shane and Oryx, or Shane I should say. Oryx is missing fingers and scratched to shit. Shane is basically just an adult woman now. Because I don't want to fucking paint a child. Anyways, the point is, it's going to be massive. Yeah. So I think for this one, gang, we might just give one away. Okay. And I might give away a mask. I might do a twofer. Because, yeah. Yeah. Also, you guys might be able to see, like, the start number 1 of the mask. This is the Oni mask. You guys can kind of see it. But that's the base I have to paint before we actually paint it. Anyways...
Cat God 11 said, "Loved the Shane and Oryx style of gameplay as well.
Yes.
When you played Bannerlord, I'd be hyped to win this statue."
Ooh, let's go! Yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I hope you guys win. Also, what do you call it? The first person got it. So I sent out both the Let It Die statues.
Said, "Hello, I have survived another year. Who am I?"
Let's go! Happy birthday, Fluff! Happy birthday! We happen to have you in this world, even though we're all getting disgustingly old. Anyway, what was I gonna say about the thing? Oh, the Shane and Oryx thing. Was I about to say something about Shane and Oryx? What did Kat say? Gameplay? Oh, no, that's what I was gonna say. I gave the Let It Die statues out, and the first person who won was so sweet. They sent me like a thumbs up of them having gotten it, and then like a testimonial, like bit of text that I could put on my website. And I was just like, let's go, progress, because no one could do this for me. Basically,
today.
You did. Let's go, love. But yeah, to me it was really cool, especially not having to ask. It was cool that a person just knew, like, yeah, it's probably what you want. Like, that's exactly right. So because I people can say in the DMs, be like, yeah, I'm totally willing to do that, and they get it and they're like, fuck yourself. So yeah, but Alas, I'm happy that that person did that for me now. Hopefully, yeah. I'm kind of slow right now, man. I'm not sure if anyone else is like this. I feel like right now, like there's certain parts in summer where like I just physically slow down. Like, and I don't know what it is. Like, it's weird, but like in winter, I feel like this feeling of like, cool, this and this and this. And in summer, where like you should feel energized, I feel like that's the point. I just feel like this super slowing down of importance. Maybe it makes sense. I live in Canada. It's like freezing cold, so maybe there's some biology there of like, get out, you're going to freeze to death if you don't do something.
We went out for dinner and a movie on Sunday. Forgot the sushi place we go to closes Sundays, so
Oh,
we got
no.
Hawaiian barbecue. Saw Spider-Man. It was so good.
It was good.
Got the sushi the next day.
I heard some people who, I haven't seen it yet, but I haven't seen anything, but I haven't watched the movie in forever. But I was going to say, what was it? I heard people say that it was good, like it was a fun movie, but at the same time, the like Jean Grey thing was weird. Which, like, as a person who loves storytelling, I wonder how I'd feel about it. I'll just loop that. But I wonder how I'd feel about it, because they basically, a lot of people's criticism with it was basically just like, Jean Grey's out here fucking for sure killing people, like for sure hurting people, and it's one of those things where at the end, like the movie's like, but like, she's our friend. At the end or something, and to me I was like, yeah, that'd be a little annoying a little bit, but I think the new Spider-Mans are more fun than they are like
I just feel like I am in a rhythm, which sometimes is boring, but sometimes it's great. Been playing Darktide, which was fun.
Ooh.
Also, I meant Battleborn, not Bannerlord.
Yeah, Battleborn.
LMAO.
Yeah, I
How's the
figured.
painting going?
I usually fill in the blank. Usually I go off sometimes vibe.
The Flufferkin said, yeah, it was an odd choice, but I didn't mind it.
Yeah. Again, I think it probably depends on like the execution. Although I do think the Spider-Man films have been really just like, I don't know, ever since they did the Tobey Maguire thing, I feel like it's hard to not have peaked after that, because it's such a, oh my god, nostalgia play that like totally hits, you know. By the way, I still haven't seen any of these movies. I watch movies through YouTube Shorts, so I still understand a lot of the movie. Not a bad way to be, by the way, because you can always go back and watch the whole thing. You know, when it doesn't take away from the movie, I don't think, at least not for me. Also, Fred says, I getting my teeth kicked in while TD. Oh, you getting your shit, man? I was gonna say, does anyone know when is it out already? Like the Let It Die full release thing? I hope it doesn't come out soon, because I have no time to play it. Also, is that fucking Siren Head? What the F? Is this like SMP thing? Nah, I don't know. Let's see. Jess says, hi, I've been better. I got in an accident and got road rash. Ooh, do you like on a bike? God damn, Jess. Left arm cracked. Ooh, oh my god, Jess, oh my god, I'm so sorry that happened to you. And burned the rest of them on the left side. Please tell me you didn't do the thing where like you're beaten to death and you're like, how's my bike? Is my bike okay? Now, granted, if your bike's $25,000, some crazy shit, probably way more than that, then yeah, but geez, that sounds like ass. Left side, yeah, man, to me, it's one of those things where, like, my version of biking that I'm interested in is, like, electric unicycles, which I know, laugh at me, it's fine. But, like, I also think that it's, like, one, I don't think it's that dangerous, actually, but also because it has the aura of being kind of dangerous, I feel like I would always, like, fully suit up, you know? Also, Jess, were you like geared to the teeth, or were you like, nah, I was, you know, I was watching some of those TikTok short things, seeing all these like bike tube type thing, like, I don't know what you'd call it, but like motorbike, it's a whole street bike thing. I actually subscribe to one of the people who do it, and I get slightly pulled in that weird fad thing of like, here's a new crazy bike that goes way too fast and absolutely kill me in an instant if I hit it, and I'm going to drive it all the way fast. I'm going to run away from almost all the cops and ruin it probably for everybody. Anyways, I'm a spectator. I love my elbow bad bike. Yeah. Oh, e-bike crash. Oh, okay. So wait, you were on an electric bike? Electric bikes are deceiving, because I feel like those, it's hard to say, but I feel like those ones have way too much, I don't know how to say, they don't have too much of anything. I just feel like a lot of people undermine them, I guess. So they're like, it's just electric. Meanwhile, like it can totally go way too fast. Which I'm pro, like, let people have whatever they want to have. If the issue is when you're like driving on a road and like you smash your bike into a family and like cause them to rear off and like destroy themselves, etc. So yeah. Now, if you had your own little bike lane, then maybe, you know, Maybe you can just kill yourself, and that's the cost. I don't know. Over at barbecue, sushi. Jess says, I run hot normally, so when it's hot, I don't want to do. Yeah, man, maybe that's what it is. Maybe the heat just like naturally sucks the life out of you. But I find, well, you know, I discovered something. I kind of want to talk to. I thought Kat would kind of be interested in this, but I found like maybe I'll talk about it a little bit later. But basically, I discovered like a profile. You know, like there's various things like people have a disposition towards, selfishness, or a different disposition towards like, caring for others and less themselves. Like everyone falls into a bucket, and normally I don't really care about the psychology of things. I feel like sometimes people use like, I have insert diagnosis, therefore I am just gonna eviscerate myself and never change and like always become a mess. I don't love that. I don't love that aspect of social media and like profiles basically. But I do think it's interesting when you hear a profile and it perfectly anticipates. What's good, Red? What's good, Red? I do wonder when you hear a profile of like something to that extent, and it's like it continues to hit exactly your weird delusion or like mental fuckiness. You're like abnormality. Maybe it's a better way to phrase it. But yeah, I hope I can talk to you guys about that a little bit later. But Kat says, I just feel like, yeah, dude, the rhythm thing is interesting. I actually, yeah, that's what made me want to talk about. So I'll talk about that thing a little later. Friend says, getting the fucked up at the TTM, just pulled a legendary. Oh, I can't hear anything. I don't know what it is. My headphone has been doing this thing where it disconnects and reconnects. I don't know. Windows bullshit, probably. Yeah, it was an odd choice, but I didn't mind it. Jess says, nah, not yet. Rip about the arm. Yeah. Nah, I was worried about my ice cream in my bag. That's so much better. Oh, this very expensive machine, or my own health, or food. Okay, but what about my food, though? Lol, it hit the ground. That is an iconic thing, Jess. Fantastic. Well done, my man. Golly. No helmet, no pads. My mistake. Live. Yeah, man. It's one of those things that I feel like people make those mistakes a lot. I feel like people make those mistakes one after the other, basically.
G-Red71
because it's convenience,
I got my bike a couple days ago and assembled it.
Oh, let's go.
Shit is over 85 pounds and massive, but hauls ass. I love it.
Oh, that's so, dude. I'm so excited. So if you guys don't know, Red basically bought this like super powered. I don't know what you'd call it. It's kind of like a cross between like a mountain bike, what I get the vibe of, and like a everyday commute kind of bike. So it's got like fucking huge tires. It's all electric. I think it goes like 30 miles per hour, etc. And it's just huge. It's like a Jeff. But the reason why it's huge and that's relevant is because Red is like a giant, basically, an actual giant. So yeah. But anyways, so he's got it. And how bad was the assembly? Because I feel like back in the day when you buy like I think I bought like what was it called? An ATV, or not an ATV. Like a dirt bike basically, and it comes in like a cage, and all the cage bolts are what you piece together the bike with.
MTB e-bike.
MTB, okay. Yeah, back in the day you used to get like this, dirt bike, and then it was like in a cage that was like in shipping, but you have to untether it from the cage, but all the bolts from the cage were what actually held all the other fucking things onto the bike. Anyways, it was just like a whole ordeal. Like you think when you get a package, you're like, yeah. It was one of those things where like, fuck, this is like a day and a half of putting it together. And you're like, ugh. But I feel like for like modern e-bikes, I feel like most of it comes mostly built, and it's just about like slapping on the tire. But I'm curious, Red. You said you loved it? It's just like over 80, yeah, 85 pounds. I bet it'd be heavy. Everything electric is fucking way heavier than you think. It hauls ass though. Ooh, man. I feel like that's a pleasure I hope I can experience one day. Because for me, it'd be electric unicycles probably, followed by scooters. I don't know. Scooters is a little too gay. But I also think it's kind of cool. But I don't think I have the confidence to be out there.
G-Red71 said assembly was pain because it's fucking 85 pounds. And I'm a weak-ass bitch that's been sitting on his ass for 20 years.
Oh, but you gotta start somewhere.
Took me all night and morning.
Yeah.
With many breaks to rest.
Yeah, I can imagine, man. You just piecing it together would be way too, like, one of those kind of things is like weird muscle strength or weird muscle stuff. Put that away. Open up this other one we got. Apparently there's, shh, don't speak. Don't speak. No words. Just play. Jess said, bike is fine. A nice man who helped me hit sorry, me has hit in his garage till it gets. Oh wow, it's so nice. That's wow. What a fucking what wonderful human being encounter. A man that helped you also helped you store it. That's crazy. Would you live in like a small town? That's some like beautiful small town energy, actually. I rang my head so hard, got 4 stitches. Oh my god, Jess. Jess, that sounds like a fucking awful nightmare. Oh my god. Again, I have this bad habit whenever someone tells me something, I put myself in that situation immediately, and I'm like, oh fuck, what do we do with that? Like, especially having like your head and shit compromised. Oof. Have you bought a helmet? Or are you kind of like, I'm just kind of not going to ride a bike for a while? I feel like there's 2 camps. You either be like, I'm going to get a helmet and never let this happen again. Or you're like, maybe we just don't for a little while. Maybe I just kind of see if I'm okay. My faculties come back. Bike is a window, does about 30 max. Well, that's not that. Okay, wow. And you still ate shit that bad, going 30 miles per hour, I guess. Yeah, Jesus. Small village, yeah, man, that's that shit, Jess. That sounds fucking lovely, man. Man, what a wonderful little vibe. I feel like everyone wants to get these big cities, and I'm like, I mean, I think the ideal is that you're like near a big city, so that you don't have to fucking go to like one store to all your food or whatever. But that sounds like perfect.
Said they updated and improved it somewhat recently. Better parts, better software, and goes up to 48 miles per hour on flat ground.
Ooh.
Up from 35 miles per hour on the earlier models.
I was going to say, for me, like, especially with electric unicycles, they used to all have, like, a pretty decent speed. But to me, the one thing that I feel like is the absolute most important is torque. Like, I feel like like, torque is everything, I feel like. Because, like, the fact that, like, you literally can't go up a hill, like it used to be, for some of these things, that's, like, not acceptable, right? But, anyways, I'm always rather that than top speed. Have you ever pinned it? Like, have you given her the full beans, Red? Or have you been like, nah, I'm not that kind of... I stick within what I want. Yeah, that's tough. I don't know if I feel like you'd have to redline it just to know where the line is, just to know, like, okay. But I feel like, unlike electric unicycles, which are entirely propelled by, like, your momentum, or not momentum, your lean. So if you lean forward, it has to compensate. That's what controls, like, your speed. For bikes, it's just throttle. So you can just pound it, and it probably will eventually, like, stop when it gets its highest output. Jess says, I plan on getting a helmet. Okay, good. Yeah, man, there's a lot of cool helmets, though. Especially for 30 miles per hour. You don't have to get, like, a fucking giga crazy helmet, although you probably could. But there's a lot of, like, good bike helmet type things. Also, there's a goddamn son of a bitch on Twitch that's like, do you want to bot your channel? And I'm like, burn in hell. Burn alive, actually. Get away from me. Also, guys, oh my god. Oh, dude, have y'all been seeing mother flipping Red Hood in Marvel Rivals? Dude, he looks so cool. And no, sorry, he doesn't look cool. He's fun to play.
It has 160 torque.
Is that good?
Which is
I don't
a
know
lot
what that
for a legal e-bike. It easily goes up very steep hills and with strong acceleration.
Ooh, okay, can you do the goat thing? The cool thing about, like, the electric unicycle bullshit is that you can literally do what a goat can, which is, like, I think 90 degrees, something like that. It can literally go up, like, super, super weird incline. But I think it's also because you're perfectly centered, like, moving forward. Anyways. E-bike, very steep, hills, strong acceleration. I haven't seen Red. You haven't seen Red good? You haven't seen the bike? I can pull it up. Need a big helmet for my big ass head. Yeah, what do you call it? Man, I seen this one. I think it's from Alien Rise is what they were called, but it's just like this weird looking space-like helmet. Awesome looking.
The hood is not what I expected for the next Vanguard.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was funny too, but man, I cannot describe how much I fucking hate the hood's, like, appearance. Like, I love the hood. I love the demon mode. Whoever thought it was a good idea to take, like, a red-ass cloak with a bright blue fucking weird suit, I hate the visual element of it. His other skin is okay, but, like, until you see the hood with, like, a crazy cowl and shit with, like dark void skin or something, I don't know. But I will say his gameplay looks like what everyone said is, like, he looks like a better Deadpool, Tankpool, basically. And yeah, like 100%, like without question, if not even better, because he has, like, an immune thing. But with that being said, though, I haven't seen him, like, pop off. This is my, like, hot take for Marvel Rivals. I think tanks are like it's hard to describe, but in Tanks and Marvel Rivals, I feel like have the
Brave
highest
Blade
level of
said,
skill
"I haven't seen
expression.
Good yet, but I had a couple good Daredevil games last night.
Ooh, yeah, Daredevil's awesome. I feel like what I was gonna say. I feel like Tanks have the highest level of skill expression, but not like the most. Despite me saying that, I don't believe they can change the outcome of the game as much. Just be clear, like I think Tanks have like there's so like Thor with his like crazy combos and juggling his stacks. Red Hood as well has like a get into backline, pop out. A Rogue is also a tank. So many of those characters have like so much complexity behind their abilities, when to use them, why to use them, all the sequencing that comes with it. But I also don't like, besides like Thor, Rogue,
McFufferkin said the Hood
and
mostly
maybe
looks
Hood?
like they in the comics. He's an odd character.
Oh, he's an odd character in general. I see. Yeah, I'm happy that he became a tank. I feel like I'm happy that he's a tank, and that he also has like he seems really, really fun, in the sense that like outside of everything, he has like a blitz kind of like bazooka. He's like basically has like he turns his revolvers into like super fast SMGs, like faster than you'd think SMGs. So he can just like melt people, which is a really fun feeling of just like just completely nuking people. But he also has like engages and disengages. But I haven't seen a video where people have like just wiped the lobby. You know, like when everyone's seen like Cringe Alarm, which is a guy who plays Rogue a lot, play Rogue, it's like a shocking realization of like, oh my god, like that is one of the few tanks that can absolutely change the entire outcome of the game.
McFlufferkin said,
I haven't seen that for him yet.
"Oh, I have something to share from my birthday.
Ooh.
I'll put it in share."
Hell
channel."
yeah. We'll get to it right now. We'll probably alternate between talking and looking at stuff. I'll wait till I hear a Discord ping. Also, just top of the stream real quick. What do you call it? There is no stream on Saturday. There is a stream tomorrow. It feels really weird. It feels alien to me. I almost don't like it. But I want to run it for a little bit just to see how I feel. The worst part about it, man, is I find yeah, maybe this is a good time to talk about this. I'll check the thing out, the fluff. Actually, maybe we should just do it before that. Hopefully, Fluff upload it. Let me see. I do before I want to talk to you guys about all the things happening this week. Discord is on the other monitor because I restarted my computer because it was getting all weird. Open up this. Go to this. Go to this. No, I went to that wrong thing. All right. Share your grin, Fluff said. Perhaps it's a pain. Maybe he's taking a picture and I'm rushing him. Sorry. There, I see it.
The Cat God 11 said
Ooh.
Fluff said it was in share your
Yeah.
grin, I think.
Yeah, it just takes some time probably to take a picture. Oh my
Syndicate
god.
said, "No stream on Saturday. Damn, that
I
feel
feels
weird.
weird, dude. I agree. Oh, it feels like I cannot describe how I'm like. I don't know if I like it. It feels like a weird stomach, like feeling in my stomach. Basically, makes me feel a little sick. I don't know. Anyways, regardless, check that out, man. Oh, guess what I had today, gang? I had a one sandwich of plain bread with Nutella in it, and I had rice, plain rice with just butter. And this is, the meat looks good. I feel like I want a sauce. I'm kind of a flavor guy. You know what I mean? I could eat like stale anything, but if it has a flavor of like a sauce, I'm in. Honey garlic, something like that. Oh. Ooh, the sushi. Ooh, I just like how clean that looks. Is that like, weird? I've never seen seaweed that's yellow. Is it not yellow or is that seaweed? Regardless, man. See, man, what do you call it? Sushi is one of those weird foods that is like, it makes you feel full in like the first 2 hours, and then you could totally have like another meal after it, which is very odd. Oh, so cute! Oh, is that 3D printed? That's awesome! I like the little pink eyes. And 3D printed thing, my dad. Oh, that's so cool, man. Did he make it or just find it? Regardless, fucking cool as hell. I love it. He should have angled
Flufferkin
it.
said, that was the Hawaiian barbecue, Kahlua pork. The sushi is an egg wrap, tuna
Oh, it's
salad,
egg.
crab, and cucumber. My favorite specialty from that place.
Ooh, I wasn't expecting egg, but that does sound yummy. Man, I'm just hungry now. Shit. I ate like crap today. Is today Thursday? It is. It's trade day. I do not have to exercise today, but all right. So man. So, all right. Oh, dude, I don't know how to perfectly articulate this. Basically, what's the most interesting way I can talk about this? I teared up talking to AI today. Or not today, this week. which is a weird vibe. Tearing up when you're talking to AI is very like, what the fuck is going on with me? But anyways, backpedal a little bit. Okay, so man, I was basically for the last, like, I've talked to you guys about it like the last couple weeks. I've had this thing where like I'm like, where did my like weird like alien abnormal like focus and drive go, where I was able to like wake up, do nothing besides the work that I needed to do, and all that stuff. Anyways, basically, I went to I was talking to AI about it because I'm like, maybe it can help me like kind of think through some stuff. And I know that's one of the things that that's one of the things that AI is pretty good at. So basically, I just dumped like all of the things that I've been kind of thinking about and what I think would be like relevant variables. And it was really interesting because basically I talked about how like I started this year with the idea of like hearing about this concept of a season of misery, essentially. The idea that if you have a small season where you go really hard, you can then have like monstrous benefit from experiencing that like really high intensity. So basically like, oh, say you want to lose weight. But what if instead of you being like, I'm going to do a diet and then kind of forget about it, maybe exercise a little bit, it was like, what if I take my health the most seriously I possibly can for like a month or 2 months straight, where I make sure I do these bare minimum actions, which will take a lot of my life away, like a lot of time out of my life, my day, but I'm going to go like as hard as I possibly can at this and see if I can like just solve it after 2 months. And the cool part about this is like the level of intensity that you're able to show creates a like almost like a memory loop of confidence of like, okay, I always know I have that gear. I always know I have that thing that I can get to if I need to in a point in my life, which I think is a really cool concept. So anyways, I was like, okay, what if I did that for like these business things I'm interested in and want to pursue? So I said, okay, let's do that. The thing is no one ever told me how long the season is supposed to go. So I figured, well, it's until you attain the thing that you want. Apparently, and I was talking to AI about this, I was explaining it, and one of the first things it said is like, well, first of all, what a season of that means is like at most 2 months. So like 2 months of like going really hard in the paint, like waking up at 6 a.m., going to bed at 8 a.m. or something like that, or 8 p.m., sorry, and like and cutting out every other distraction you have in your life, like games, anime, stuff like that. I was like, okay. So I was telling AI this, and it was like, yeah, that's only supposed to be for like 2 months. And I was like, oh, I did it for like since the beginning of the year, basically, after I got back from my like vacation or whatever it is. So I was like, oh. And then I started explaining everything to it, and it was tough because I started getting a little emotional, I guess. I started tearing up because it started being like, well, yeah. like because I'd be like, I just don't know why, like where that like drive went, or like where my focus went, or like where all that like gas I had went. And it's annoying because I'm trying to get back to it, and I feel like the more I try to reach for it, the more I can't attain it. And basically for it to, and this is the thing that made me emotional, was basically it said like of course, like you're like it's not your fault that you don't have any like motivation or interest right now. You went nonstop for like 7 months basically. Which is insane. And I was like, that's not that insane. And it's like, it's insane. And I was like, oh. And it was just hearing someone be like, it's not your fault that you're not this right now. And it's funny because like, I was having a hard time like thinking through this. And it was able to like lay out those things in a really interesting way of being like, of course. Like what you're describing is like, like you going violent for like months and months and months, and like fully depleting any kind of like drive or dopamine reserve you've had. And I even talk about like me like rebounding a little bit, me being like, man, I'm really getting into these weird like story things, and like I sometimes find myself getting like more sucked down like the rabbit hole of YouTube Shorts. And it's like, yeah, that 100% lines up with like psychology, and how like if you starve yourself from like dopamine and all that stuff, and you finally give yourself a taste again, your brain will like graft and like super hunger for that. Anyways, I ended up asking it all this stuff, and it's funny because I came out with some things, and it's funny because like it was my version of having a little therapy talk, I guess. So I guess I want to talk to you guys about my therapy, I suppose. But I thought it was interesting because I wonder if people are similar to this. But basically, I was like, this is actually really helpful, and it's actually really helpful like talking to anything that just gives you feedback. Especially something that's able to like analyze the entirety of all like psychology and give you like something to kind of like be like, maybe it's this, and then you explore that with it a couple times. Never guaranteeing like this is guarantee what it is, but just kind of being open to like, oh, I never thought about that. Anyways, so I ended up talking about a lot of other things with it, and one of the things that came to mind, which I was like, okay, I want to see if I could, if like, because we're talking about like psychology and all these things, and I wanted to ask if it basically gave me any kind of, if it could tell me something about myself, basically. So I was like, okay, let me use AI in this way. I'm not sure you guys have ever done this, probably not. But the idea was basically, okay, I feel like for me, who I am is a very like bog standard human being. Like I do not find I am special. I do not find I am unique. I find like I like the same things that most people like. I like Marvel. I like TV shows. I like anime. I tend to be very, 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 very similar to most people. But I have like a few things I think are abnormal. Like I just think like in my experience, they're just not really normal. So I talked to the AI about this basically, and I said like, yeah, I find like I do not get like, because basically after talking to it, that's what it was. After talking to it about like basically this feeling of like having completely shot out all kinds of like drive and dopamine from your system. Why can't I get how do I get that back? How do we get like the desire and like the energy to pursue stuff again? I asked basically, oh, so what is going on? Is the forest or something? Anyways, I asked what I should do, and one of the things it suggests is like you need to find like a way to recover, basically. So like you're basically waking up, going to sleep, waking up, going, and you need a way to actively recover. And I was like, okay, what is that? So like I kind of got a little annoyed. I was like, okay, that sounds great. What is that? Because it was weird because like when someone describes something to you, it's odd. When you're like because it explains like what should happen. So basically it's like, hey, when you exercise, a lot of people after they exercise, they express like this feeling of like, oh my God, I feel refreshed. And I was like, I don't feel that at all. And then it's like, have you ever felt that? And I'm like, maybe at the beginning when I was just learning the exercise, maybe. And then I was like, okay. And then I was like, yeah. And then it basically I was like, can you ask me questions that would like help me understand what that is? Well, like what is recovery? And it's like, okay, well, like have you just like tried to not do something for a long time? And I'm like, yeah, I went on vacation later this year, or like at the beginning of this year, and I did not feel recovered at all. Basically, I was like, yeah, we were sitting on beaches, and I felt like the most mentally drained I've ever felt. We did nothing every day, and I just hated it, basically. I love my family, love spending time with them, but like just the hollowness of doing nothing every day and all that stuff was really bad. And then basically it was like, okay, can you answer me these things? And give me like poignant questions. So I said, okay, sure, let me answer all of them. So I did. And basically it came away with this weird like mental diagnosis from like a from like a mental profile. But it was basically the equivalent of, it was basically saying that possibly, and again, I don't know any of this. This is also like, I'm not trying to do that thing where people go on, they see a fucking YouTube short or whatever that tells them they have anxiety or like ADHD, and they're like, that's me. So then I'm just going to accept that as a diagnosis. But what was funny was it basically said, okay, based on everything you've described to me, you do not get energy or recovery from other people or like other people. I was like, okay, well, what does that mean? And it was like, okay, every time you describe to me like when you have gotten like recovery thing, it is, and based on also the fact that I told it about my vacation, how I didn't get any sort of like recovery from that. And it's funny because like I also told it other things where like people have always thought it was surprising that I was able to persist on YouTube for like 10 years going almost nonstop with very little reward. And how like most people can't even manage like a week of uploading it, like daily uploading I'm talking about. I was able to do that for 10 years. So like, and people are like, I just never have felt burnout in that way. And all of this basically came into the conclusion where it was saying that like, okay, you're actually one of the rare people, and not rare people, sorry. It's funny because it doesn't tell you it's like a good thing, which I agree with. It basically told me that, I wish I could, let me see if I can find it because I did save some of the weird things with it. But basically said like, let me see if I can find it. Where are you? Oh, I can't find it, but it had such a really poignant way of putting it, which basically, in psychology, David something, human motivation theory defines the need for achievement. You perfectly correctly so anyways, I'll explain that. Basically, I can't really find what it said, which is unfortunate, but basically it said there are certain people who have all of their motivation and all of their like recovery is a derivative of achievement, basically. But achievement doesn't mean success or reward necessarily. Achievement means, and it's funny because like I was having this conversation with AI, which sounds weird. I was having this conversation with AI, and it was basically like, okay, do you find like this? Basically, it was like, do you find that you have you get super stimulated by like success or reward or something like that. And I said, basically it said like, do you fall under any of these categories? And I said, I agree with most of the things you said, but this. And it was basically tied to success. It was like, based on everything I think about myself and everything I think, like I have not succeeded in a lot of ways, but I've still pursued a lot. And one of the things that it's funny because after I told it that, it said, wait, hold up. Actually, now that you mentioned it, that perfectly aligns with this. Like the thing that it had to go into like another study to see where it messed up essentially. But it was one of the weird ones where I was like, this thing is wrong. And it was like, actually, that was the correct answer and I made a mistake. So it was one of those funny like, oh, okay. It gave me more credence that it could be something legit. Anyways, the TLDR was basically that there are people who have like a super drive for like progression, basically achievement. And when I think about like whenever I felt like super motivated, like I find I can like persist, like I can learn how to edit and I can do it for like 8 hours. Like when I was first learning how to edit when I was doing YouTube, I forgot to eat. I forgot to like drink water. I looked like a weird anorexic thing because I was just really thin when I was younger, and it didn't help because I was just focusing on how to get better at YouTube editing. Anyways, again, it's hard to kind of to clarify all that, but like basically it came to the conclusion of there are other people who they need like downtime or they need to like go do something else to recover. Like if you have a job all day, the thing that actually helps you recover is not your job. But then there's other people who maybe they need like stimulus in a different way. So maybe they need to go play video games. But for me, and based on everything that it was saying, that I was like, yeah, that's exactly like how I am, and that's exactly like what it is. It was weirdly like I need progress, which is weird. It doesn't have to be a lot of progress. It can only be like 1%. But it's weird because unlike other people who need time off to recover, I need any sort of like feedback that I am making any kind of progress. It doesn't have to be a lot. It can be literally like 0.1%, and it'll be enough to like give me a second thing. And what was interesting is for people in this like weird mental category, like energy emerges, not necessarily recovers. So like, and I felt this in a big way, where like, whether it's school, whether it's editing, whether it's whatever, it's this idea of like, oh, where other people are like, man, I'm tired. I'll get something. So something that like makes me feel like this feeling of accomplishment, this feeling of like, oh my God, I made ground. And then it will like stir like a second wave of like, okay, let me swing back into it now. And you do that again and again and again until something is like achieved or completed. Maybe it's a better way to phrase it. Anyways, it was just one of those moments where like after like talking with AI for a bit, getting a little teary-eyed because it told me like, hey, by the way, you should feel tired. You should want to pause. You've actually, by anyone's standards, you should want a break. And that made me feel a little less like a failure, like I was fucking up. And then the idea of it being like, yeah, no wonder you're also not recovering because you're trying to recover like everyone else recovers, which is by like just not doing stuff. But the reality is the thing that gives you purpose and energy is actually doing the right amount of stuff. Maybe it's a great way to phrase it. Progressing. Yeah, but say it looks cool. This Atomic Heart 2. I was gonna say Atomic Heart. I think it was DLCs, which I'm misunderstanding. But yeah, Atomic Heart 2 is gonna be fucking awesome because apparently your wife is in like these hot cyborg women now, and she's like a global consciousness or something. So it's getting crazy, basically. Man, I appreciate you guys let me talk about that. I'm not sure if I did the best job of communicating, especially at the end there, because it's hard to describe all of the weird, like, psychological things it talked about. Maybe I can actually find that. There's some, like, weird things that I thought were interesting, but, like, one of them is a closed loop. So, like, how motivated are you guys when you see something such as, like, get better at coding today? Or, like, code today? Like, to me, that, like, there's no just drive when I hear that at all. Some people there could be like, oh, I need to do the garden, or I need to, prep food.
McFlufferkin said there's a gacha
things.
game that added the robot twins to their game. It was, I'm surprised the sorts of gacha collabs games get lately.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I feel like that actually is one of the ones that makes sense to me. The gacha people would be like, yes. But anyways, a closed loop like goal would be something like, okay,
The cat god
prime
11
a layer
said,
of
"With
paint
the
on the
way
mask.
You're recharged by your work. Maybe a vacation for you would be just time off from uploading or looking at painting tutorials. But you might charge with relaxed free painting."
Maybe. I feel like, based on what it describes, so like for me, I talked about how like exercise has not been like making me recover, but it's because I've been in a state of like maintaining. So it's like, what if instead you decided to go into the exercise with like trying to learn a different like kettlebell move? And I immediately, like, it's funny because when it says something like that, I immediately go, there's like a stim or whatever, like a thing in my head that like I could feel my brain go, like there's something that's like significantly more interesting than like go do the normal rounds and exercise. Anyways, what do you call one of the things that it was saying? Let me see. Yeah, basically one of the things is like you are not wired for balance, work-life balance. You are wired for asymmetric immersion and constant pursuit. The absence of a target registers as a systematic threat, which is true. This is one of the things that like pissed me off a little bit when I was talking about it, but it's like, if you do not have something you're pursuing, you fucking panic. You panic, you feel anxiety, you feel lost, you feel like you're starting to hollow, basically. And I was just like, it's annoying when like an AI is telling you like a fucking, hey, by the way, there's this type of person, and then you're like, there's got to be a gap. There's got to be like a percentage of I am this. By the way, it's called NAC, whatever character profile it is, which is a high need for achievement is what NAC I think stands for. But anyways, it also says fuel, you are driven by the visible metric of increasing progress. You do not seek difference. You do not seek difficult. This is also the other thing I thought was interesting, which is like the pursuit, again, like what's one of the things that mentioned a lot, which I was like, I don't agree with that, which is this idea of like the thing that matters to like the people who have like a high desire for achievement, or whatever it's called. One of the things that like it said was like people like, do you crave challenge? Like, do you crave difficulty? And that was one of the things I pushed back on, and that was one of the things that corrected itself with being, I was like, okay, actually that has nothing to do with the thing I just assumed. Like basically Gemini just bucketed up whatever that would be. But yeah, I disagree with that. Like the idea of like, you need to pursue something challenging to like get your rocks off. And I was just like, I don't agree with that at all. I actually find like challenge for the sake of challenge, like learning checkers or chess or anything like that. I'm like, nah, like I learn. The other thing I thought was interesting was, I talked to you about how I learn, which I'm not sure if you guys are like this, but I think I've actually talked to you guys about this. But the idea...
The Cat God 11 said, for me, I do what I call hyper-focusing, where I just task. No food, no rest, no clock. Sounds like you've done similar.
Yes.
It's certainly not healthy, and my brain is always happy, but tired.
Yeah. So again, I think it's... I think sleep is probably my biggest thing. Like if I could just nail my sleep every day, then I think my brain would be like, we're good, go nuts, pop off. Sleep and food. If I like nailed my sleep and food, I think I'd be like a fucking monster. Basically, but I keep fucking up those two. But I was gonna say, as far as like learning was interesting, because so like I talked about this as well, which is basically explaining like, again, I thought like there's very few things I think I have abnormalities with. My pursuit and how I recharge I thought was different, so I talked about Gemini about that, and it gave me a lot of helpful feedback, I think. But the other thing I wanted to say was basically like how I learn is weird. Like when I was younger, they literally diagnosed me with a learning disability. And back in the day, maybe they just didn't have the information to hear that I was dyslexic or whatever it could be. But later in life, I actually I knew exactly what it was. I don't know if there's a name for it, but basically I can rapidly like learn something, I think really quickly. But the issue is my brain completely throws out the information as soon as it's not useful, like fast. Like within probably 2 weeks to 2 months, I will have forgotten that thing if I have not been able to use it. So like I learned how to do the Rubik's Cube within like I think 6 hours maybe. I was able to do it once, but eventually my brain just started like chucking things away, and it's very frustrating because it's helpful in some ways. Like if you need to like learn something new, I can pick up things quite quickly. But when it comes to like, what if I want to learn something and like keep that information forever? My brain just does not do that, which is very fucking annoying. That's what I kind of talked to you guys about last week, where I was like, dude, I'm having a trouble like getting back into these things. Like I find like with my business and like the painting things and all that stuff, I have to like change hats so many times that when I get back to hat 1, I've forgotten what hat 1 entails. So I have to like relearn it. And I think the more you go through like that phase 1, 2, 3, phase 1, 2, 3 over and over again, eventually you'll like understand what phase 1 dictates. But at least at the time, it's like, Jesus, this feels alien. But that perfectly lines up with like how essentially I learn. And yeah, I told Gemini that's basically, and it was like, oh yeah, that's a profile called this, and this is all the things. And then it's like, by chance, does this resonate? And it told me a bunch of things that these people experience. I'm like, yep, that's exactly right. And then it was like, yep, that's that. And it was basically, there's positives and negatives to it. There's good things, and it's funny because it was like entrepreneurship. It's great because basically you're able to like pick up, how to do sales really quickly, how to do this, and you're able to change hats really quickly. But unfortunately, for other things like a long career in a complex field, not great, not great. But yeah, again, it's stuff like that. It's tough because like it's interesting to like learn about yourself and to like understand. Oh, I might fit into a category of all this stuff, but normally I wouldn't care about any of that unless I came away with something I can actually do. Like learning I have dyslexia means nothing if it means like, oh, by the way, you're just fucked for the rest of your life or like whatever. Like, that to me is not helpful. But the idea of like, oh, like for instance, the energy thing where it's like, oh, actually you get energy via like progression basically. So like pick anything, pick a closed loop, say like, hey, I want to like master a new kettlebell swing or a new type of mace flow thing. Awesome. That's like, I cannot feel like even now, just saying that, I'm so happy. I'm so excited. I can't describe how like, but saying like exercise mace does nothing. Like it's weird, but there's this idea called a closed loop basically, but it's like a closed, it's not a goal that's like infinite. It's a goal that's like, no, it's very clear what you need to do. You can do it. And yes, when you're done doing it, you'll probably feel good that you did it. And it's clear, it's something for you to pursue and run towards, all that stuff. So now I will cease to be a shitty streamer and I will read chat. I wanted to get all that out of my head because I find it's hard to like bounce in between those things. Also, my God, poor fucking little draft thing. Not draft, it's not draft, what is it? What the fuck? That, you guys will tell me. Jess says, it doesn't sound like you're a workaholic. It just sounds like you get enjoyment and energy from progress of reaching your goal rather than yeah, no, like to me, I feel like pursuit is everything. Jess. Yeah.
I'd love to talk more about these on our
Tuesday. Yeah. I think it'd be great. I was gonna say, yeah, for me, Jess, I think it's interesting, but like for me, pursuit is everything. Like, if there's ever like a consistent goal for me that has like pursued it, like reared its head again and again and again, is I am the most happy when I'm clearly pursuing something, clearly like sacrificing for that thing. That fills me with so much like energy, happiness, joy. Where I feel like I am the most like hollow is when I'm like, I'm not really certain about where I want to go or what I want to do, and that fills me with like a dread of anxiety and like just bad time. Like I feel like I do best when I burn the bridges beside me and I just walk down the path that I've decided to go on and I figure everything out, and I don't know what it is, but that to me is like a beautiful life. And some people don't like to commit, like, and that's totally fair. Like people are wired differently, but I find like to me, I'm like, dude, oh fuck, yeah. Like, that's funny, I say that, but like the prospect of like dating and like club culture and going to parties and hooking out with people has always been like absolute rat shit to me. That's horrible, basically. But yeah, having one person just to try to make them love you and you love them as much as possible before you both die, fucking awesome. That sounds great. Waking up every day, how to make this person love me more, all that stuff. Maybe that's a toxic way to think as well. Anyways, with the way you're recharged by your work, maybe a vacation. Yeah, well, to me, the vacation thing is interesting because I like after doing the vacation thing, I feel like the vacation thing wouldn't work. It would have to be like, it's weird, but like I think there's like high functioning. Like if I had a friend that was really like on his P's and Q's and like wanted to be like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and had a list, that'd be more interesting.
From AI, you'd give to other people.
Sorry, do you think the advice you have gotten from AI you'd give to other people? This specific advice, no, probably not, unless you fall into the category. So like, do you guys like again? Basically, the linchpin was like, how do you recover? So like, what is the way you find you like fill your chalice back up? I think for a lot of people, it's probably like downtime, stuff that's not your work, things like that. You know, I also think like it based on what it was like telling me. This is the other thing, like. Oh man, I wish I could. Yeah, I'm going to go through the effort of finding it. I have this conversation. It should be that far back. One of the first things it said wasn't a good thing. At least I didn't perceive it as a good thing. Let's see. Where are you? Is this the thing? I want to see if I can scroll up and find it. Where are you? I'll find you. Systematic, exhaust, dopamine crash, cognitive, that. I was talking to me about that. It helped to understand why I was getting lost on stuff. Oh, I want to find it so badly. Well documented. Sorry. As well documented philosophy need for achievement combined. There it is. So it's funny because like I talked about, it's funny how I talk to Gemini is by like talking to it like a friend. So I was talking about how I perceive, like if there's ever a sin I have, which I've talked to you guys about this, is for me it's greed. But greed I define as the pursuit of more. So like gluttony is the rapid consumption of whatever you have. Greed is the pursuit of more, basically. So like the idea that I could be better or I want to be better is almost like a subconscious ravenous obsession. So I always just define that as greed. Anyway, so I basically talked to Gemini about that. It said, your greed is a well-documented psychological profile called extreme need for achievement, combined with obsessive passion, which is not particularly good. Like hearing about how like, oh, by the way, you have likely, based on what you just told me, you have an extreme obsessive personality problem, basically. Not a problem. It could be a problem, I guess. And you have like a really ravenous need to like achieve something. And it's funny because it even talks about like how, oh, this might have arrived in like what it's derivative of kids who have this. And I was like, oh, well, anyways. But yeah, it was one of those things where like, and it's funny because like I've talked about that. Like when I get into YouTube, I stopped eating right. I get so lost and stuff. It's funny because I think Cat probably falls in this category as well based on what you just said. Where like you just get like everything else goes away. But the only reason why I think I have a version of it that's probably, at least I've experienced a version of it that's not very good, is my obsession has me forgetting to like be a proper good human being sometimes. Like one of the things I've always hated is I'll look up and realize, oh my god, it's been like 2 months and I haven't reached out to like my friends and the people I care about because I have been solely focused on this one thing. And that's like a violent problem. Like that's not okay as me as a human being to have done that to the people I love and to all that stuff. So like that's why it's very convenient. But like I also surround myself with people who are very like sweet in that way. Like that's their love language, is like reaching out and being like, hey, by the way, are you still alive? And I'm like, yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm doing this thing. I've gotten really lost in it and I can't think about anything else, and it's literally in my head all the time. And then so it's like having a brain that is wired for like super obsession on shit, and then also having a brain that like only gets off on like progression is of any kind of progression is a problem. It has you basically being like yeah, like, and it's funny because like the reason why I think this was such like an epiphany / like made me emotional was for so long I've listened to people who like, you just need to take time off, you just need to like do this, and like to me I do that. I followed the curriculum that people suggested, and it's yielded nothing. And then you feel like, am I just fucking, is this me forever? But then these last couple days, I've done what it said to do, which is like, hey, try to create a closed loop. Because I was having trouble. Like I had a bunch of shit I needed to do every day, and normally I'd be able to eat through that. But then I'm just so fucking tired and depleted that I'm like, do I really need to do that? I'll do it a little bit later, and I'll just kick it down the road. But I did what it said, which is basically do like a closed loop. So like say, paint. Like for me, I needed to prime these masks. So I needed to sand them all down and then prime them with their undercoat of black because they're going to be metallic. So I was like, okay, instead of saying paint masks today, say sand the mask so that they don't have no imperfections, apply a gloss coat, and then apply your primer, basically. And that's it. Like if you just can do all those things, that's a fucking successful day. And I did that, and I immediately woke up and I had like this itch to want to do it, and it was just the best. Also, let's see. With Plumber is here. Weird. Okay.
Gnawing Fetus said, yo, I am a bit late. Deciding on a place to build my sea base in Palworld and got distracted in GT. Ooh, gotcha. Well, I'm happy you're here, buddy. We had a whole epiphany. I talked about my weird bullshit I've discovered about maybe myself. Like, and I don't want to be like, this is definitely me. Hashtag, oh my God, so me. But I feel like it helped. Let me catch up. What do you call? Friend says, I almost went insane and doubled my schizophrenia for not sleeping for 5. Yeah, man, that's tough. Yeah, there's definitely levels to the game. There's definitely levels to people who are like, have a different amount of focus, pursuit. Oh, that was cool. It was a sick-ass move. Seafood but with guns. Cat says, that's definitely not good, brother. You gotta sleep.
The Cat
yeah.
11 said, it's okay, Grin. Everyone is allowed to be in astrology. This is only golf sometimes.
Yeah. In my defense,
if a lady out here saying like, oh my god, it said that I'm gonna fucking get rich today, and she wins the lottery, bitch, I'd believe in astrology too. Okay, if it's like, oh, I'm gonna meet the love of my life, and genuinely you meet like the best person you've ever met in your life, yeah, I'd be like, sure, dude. So in my defense, I'm like, hey, I told me some shit about it, and then I was like, let me apply it, and I got some benefits. So like, maybe it's me, maybe it's not. I'm not gonna be around here being like, I'm a knack, which yeah, but I'm gonna maybe apply some of the things. That's definitely not good. I'd love to talk more. Yeah, Talking Tuesday. I can't wait. Do you think the advice you've gotten from AI, you tell? Yeah, I don't know. It's tough because, like, well, in general, I think that question is interesting. Like, outside of my specific questions that I've asked, like, my thing is like, I'm happy with any kind of. Basically, I think you should listen to everybody and then just subsume whatever works. So basically, yeah. So like, if AI gives you an insight, great. If like a guy who's like a prisoner, ex-convict gives you an insight, and you actually like apply some of it, hopefully you have some sort of judgment, so you're not just fucking insane. Then you do it. Is that fucking the girl from The Last of Us? What the hell? Anyways, yeah, but I think that's a good way to go about it. Is like, I don't think it's good to be like, I read this book and everyone should like totally change everything and just follow what this book says because it says we can envision things and then that thing just happens. And you're like, are you insane? Are you like, listen, I understand like you need to think, you have the capacity to succeed, so you should give yourself a fucking helping hand and like believe that. Sure. But shit, the Fae will crack you in the mouth real fast if you're like, it'll do whatever I think. You're insane. You're gonna get absolutely leveled by life. Anyways. Also, we will get to some React, by the way. I just wanted to ramble at you guys about this. Cat says, Jess says, it's not about destruction. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. Yeah, for me, it's about the pursuit. The journey to me sounds like, hey, I'm just walking down a trail. For me, I'm like, I'm sorry. For me, I would look at the guy, Frodo Baggins, like frolicking across the meadow, like, it's so fun. And I would look at that guy with disgust, and I would say, why aren't you running? What the fuck is your problem? Do you think life's gonna wait? Like, get your ass moving, man. What do you think? There's time? You're already insert age. We're like 1,000 days away from, like 10,000 days away from death or something. So like for me, that's the vibe of like, no. You gotta be making some strides here, gang. I say that for me. Again, I say, when I say gang, that's how I perceive if I was talking to myself, basically. I feel like there's meaning in, like, you got to do something with your life, so why not pick a destination and, like, pursue it? The issue I think I have with other people is some people I think are a lot less... People want comfort, so to speak. And I think, to me, that's one of the first things I'm willing to trade.
The Cat God 11 said, have you been sleeping well at least with all of the exercise and effort exhausted daily?
My sleep is weird for me, man. I feel like sleep is, no. So, like, no is the answer. Like, if there's ever something that, like, I know I need to get better at, is just going to fucking bed at the right time. I'm better. Like, I used to stay up to, like, fucking 2 a.m., and now I go to bed at least 11. But I know I'm, like, if I wake up at 6, in order to get enough sleep where I feel okay, I have to go to bed at 10. Like, at least be in bed by 10. And yeah, I don't. I guess sometimes I go to bed at 10, sometimes I go to bed at 12. I feel it. I feel more than anything is food. I feel, again, I'm not sure anyone else is like this, but I'm, like, really fickle when it comes to that. I'm not sure my stomach is just ass, but, like, some people can eat, like, a fucking mac and cheese every day and they'll be fine. Yeah, like, if I eat greasy food or, like, chicken, if I eat chicken, it's fine. If I eat, like, a hamburger, like, 5 days in a row that's salty, I'll just be, like, feel, like, gross. Like, I'll wake up the next, like, third day and I'll be like, oh, my God. I just feel like...
Fetus said, sleep is for the weak and the dead.
Well, we're gonna die faster if we don't sleep. So, again, this is Nong, who is an animal and goes to bed at, like, fucking probably midnight. Anyways, I don't think anyone has a worse sleep schedule than Bolty, though. Bolty's on like, a different level of, like, but brother. Your lifespan is getting hooked. Oh, it's my phone. Also, Jess says, it made school for me hard because if it wasn't interesting, yeah, dude, yeah, man, that's what a lot of people say. Like, but I don't know if it's interesting so much as like if it's the feeling of progress. So like, Jess, if you, yeah, maybe it is interesting for some people, but like I feel like just that feeling of like getting slightly better, that's like everything to me. Like the idea that you're like, oh my god, and like I guess it also maybe slightly better is the difference. So like if it's I'm only slightly getting better at like
Gnawing fetus said
working
more
out.
like 4 a.m. on average. Almost never before midnight, unless I got to get up at like 6 a.m.
Okay, so you are fully like, I don't sleep. That's like, I can exist on 3 hours, which exists is a stretch. But yeah. Okay, so yeah, if you're waking up, then it's weird because like there's a call. Like theoretically, people that wake up at like 6 a.m. and go to bed at like, I don't know, even like 4 a.m. or whatever, you are experiencing much more of life. Like you have access to much more hours. Granted, your quality of hours are just shit. So yeah. But there's also a small group of people who are like I think they can exist on like 4 hours of sleep, and but like it's a 1% of the population, and you're probably not them, but maybe if you've been living like this for years, maybe your brain has just become them. I don't know. It's hard. Yeah, again, yeah. The idea that's so interesting.
Fetus said, although I don't usually get up until noonish, so.
No, I see. So it's not every day. Jess says, if I get more than 7 hours, I sleep. Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like there's too much. There's definitely too much. I feel like for me, it's 12 hours. If I get 12 hours sleep, I feel like I'm just tired, you know? Or not tired, like groggy for the rest of the day. For me, everything comes down to like just getting to bed at the right time. Like it's weird, but like I used to have such bad sleep that I used to just like lay down, and that used to be enough to just have my body kind of recover, you know? Kat is on a whole nightmare hell for sleep. I think Kat goes to bed horribly. Kat has like really bad insomnia, so like yeah. Us talking about this probably triggering Kat, be like, you guys don't even fucking know how bad it can be. Kat says it's okay, everyone is allowed to be yeah, there's one girl, etc. Jess says pretty good today, still sore, thanks for having yeah I would again. Hopefully you're feeling better, Jess, especially with your crash. Well, it's gonna take a long time for you to get back to normal. It is a chill Thursday. I'm not too bad. What about you, Kat? What is your... Also, everybody. What is, like, the things that, like, if you could really, like, cut down, like, if I just got these things right, I'd be, like, a fucking much better human. For me, it's sleep, food. I think it's it. Everything else I'm pro.
Cat God 11 said, I'm just drugged up with magnesium and an anti-insomniac. I highly suggest magnesium glycinate to anyone who wants to sleep better.
Yeah, I hear about that. I used to take a magnesium supplement. There was one supplement that I wish I would have known. I probably got to ask like Gemini about it, but basically it's a supplement that doesn't help you go to bed easier, but it just makes the quality of your sleep much better. And it was one of the few things where I ever tried a supplement. I thought, holy fuck, this changed the game. Especially as me, who's like sleeping, like sometimes I get like 5 or 6 hours of sleep, which is unfortunate. But yeah. Anyway, also, by the way, guys, please, for the love of God, I'm so bad with names and I hate myself, but there was a person that came into the chat and was talking about us about painting last week and all that stuff. And he was like, hey, can I get the STL of Let It Die statue you did? And I said, sure.
Gnawing fetus said, for me, it's general social anxiety and self-worth. Way too much of one, not nearly enough of the other.
I was going to say, real quick, that person who wanted the thing, you still have not reached out for me. You literally paid me $20 for the STL, and you have not reached out to me on Discord. I wish I remember your name, so I could be like, hey, you, please fucking contact me, okay? I want to give you the STL. You just kind of came in here, asked about it, I said yes, and I'm just the guy who's not holding his end of the deal up, all right? And I hate it. Anyways, but yeah, what do you call it? To me, the social anxiety thing is I don't know what it is, man, but maybe it's just... So for those guys who don't know, I used to have, like, violent social anxiety and self-worth issues. Mainly social anxiety. Like, I used to, like, walk through the school.
12v9s said, my friends and I have been living in a cabin that had mold, and it fucked up my life.
Oh, I see. So has it fucked up the reason why you're not sleeping really well, all that stuff? Jesus. Breathing and whatnot? That's terrible. Yeah, I heard about that, like, what do you call it? Mold and, like, mushrooms are all, like, just filled with spores and shit. Fuck you up silently. Same with cats. Some cats have some bad things. Some sort of, like, bacteria. Anyways, but yeah, I was gonna say, I used to have, like, such terrible, anxiety. Like, it's so weird, though, how, like, something can, like,
I don't know how to put it, but like basically your mind can give you a biological effect in your body, which is really weird. So like the idea that basically I had such bad anxiety that I used to literally experience like shivering, like tremors, basically, like a deep in my like chest. It wasn't it was like a weird like physical response to anxiety, where like I would be walking through a thing or my school, and I just have this deep shake in my chest, like almost like a little scared dog shaking kind of thing. And it's fucked up because like I somewhere along the road, like anxiety got significantly less. I don't know what the cause of that was. I almost want to say it was like literally anxiety is the I forgot what it is. But someone defined it really well for me in the past. But anyways, a lot of it is just basically you caring a lot about what other people think, and like also you being probably committed to a certain outcome. I think all those things are that. Also, it's not funny because anxiety also can be a good thing in the sense that you can actually.
I have a friend's 12v9 said same. I get jitters in my chest whenever I get
nervous.
Yeah,
okay, so maybe it's not just me. Yeah, okay, it's just funny because I attributed that because I was when I was in high school, I was beside like a really cold door, and that door like gave me really bad like cold shivers, and I just assumed like when you're in the height of your anxiety and you're also in it by a stimulus that creates that anxiety, maybe that connects. Let's see. If I don't have sleep, I'm getting get so much done. Sorry. If I didn't have to sleep, I get so much done. That was me, I believe. Sorry, I forgot. It was you, Jess. Oh, thank God, Jess. Okay, good. Oh, thank God, Jess. Please, please reach out on Discord, please. Oh, I was gonna say I've been thinking about that for the whole week. I was like, I hope this person knows how to contact through Discord. I want to get this to you because yeah. Anyways. I felt so bad. I was like, do I have to like go back and watch the VOD and find the name and then try to reach out to? Yeah. Anyways, please reach out if you're interested still. By the way, I will say my STL is a little cooked. It should work. It should print, but it's a little cooked. It was half hollowed, half. Anyways, it will hopefully work. What was I gonna say? Yeah, it's funny because I keep thinking about that thing that Nong said. It keeps like ricocheting in my head a bunch, but like how like if you could solve anxiety and self-worth, man, because I feel like that's a lot of people. Like I think everyone kind of hates themselves a little bit.
T0NY_0_0_0_said.
Yo,
how's the designing and printing going?
It's going pretty good, man. I finished Shane and Oryx. What do you call it? Is this Twitch? I didn't upload the fucking comment on that. 1 second. It's also, I can only make one of these. So this is Oryx, and then this is Shane's body. Get in there, you stupid little, there we go. And that is Shane, and she's pointing at you. I don't know if anyone can see because its goddamn camera's overexposed. Kill me for being a slight bit fucking tan, alright? It's quite tan. Anyways, you can't see it. It's a nightmare. Also, my hair looks disgusting and greasy. I hate myself. Anyways, yeah. That's Oryx. This is his head. Oh, God. This is Oryx's head. Get in there. Oh, God. Oh, I fucking stabbed myself with the PLE. Anyways, so it's going to be Shane sitting there pointing at you, and it's gigantic. But there will only be one of these I'll be giving away because, yeah, it's huge. Okay. Also, I designed these Oni masks.
Feta said, for me, self-worth is number one. Anxiety, I have meds for now.
That's fair.
Generally don't need to take them, but when I do, they fucking work.
They fucking work. The Xanax and type shit. Anyways, I was going to say, I primed this mask. This is also not one of the better masks I made, but it's good enough to maybe give away if I paint it well. We're going for a metallic-y type thing eventually. That's why it's primed in black. Anyways, and I have two of them. So there's going to be two. Oh, God. I'm going to be giving away two of these. One's slightly smaller. Yeah. Anyways, everything doesn't matter until I can paint it to make it not look shitty. And then maybe people will give a shit. Anyways, but it's going well, Tony. It's going pretty okay.
T0NY_0_0_0_ said, that mask is sick.
Thank you.
I would love to have one.
Hell yeah. It'll be the same way we give away them on the channel. We're hoping people can give me a testimonial. Although I do think the masks I might just throw up for like, I don't know, $40 or something, which is crazy because, like, dude, I don't know. I really gotta like do some like deep research into this shit because I see like masks on Etsy that are not that good. Like I'm not mean to be that guy, but like I feel like the mask I have, maybe not that one, but like I have another one that's quite good. That I think it looks pretty cool, and so long as I paint it well.
Friends, 12v9s, said I remember once I got a panic attack in class randomly, and it felt really weird.
Oh yeah, dude, I'd be fucking anxious as hell. He's sitting in there like, oh shit, what do I do? Yeah, I've had to excuse myself to the bathroom and just kind of try to dry heave there for a bit. Yeah, that's tough. Bad time. I mean, and things will always be worse, you know. People, not always worse, but like immediately I have the thought of like a girl who has like, I don't know, just mom didn't ever tell her what a period is, and then she just experiencing that in middle of class would be a nightmare, like a little nightmare. So things will always be bad, worse. It's the way I kind of try to relax myself. Anyways, self-soothe. What was I saying? Something about yeah. So on Etsy, man, I was looking at these masks, and dude, people, again, there's all these other things, so I need to be careful what I say here, but like, they're selling these masks for like $200 to $300, which, granted, if I was being honest with how long it takes me to make them, how long it takes me to print them, how long it takes me to paint them, yeah, like I am way underballing this. But anyways, the point is, I feel like you shouldn't just rev up to 1,000. I feel like you should be like, hey, let's give back to the people who gave back to me, and then maybe rev up or something. But regardless, yeah, I'm sure there's other variables there, like ads that they can spend on to get more in front of people. But it's one of those things where, like, man, it's weird when you think, maybe egotistically, that you possibly maybe could produce a better product, and you're also selling it like quarter the price, and then they're like, I'm selling crap for the most. Again, there's other variables like community, you know, audience. Maybe they already done all the groundwork, so it's weird. Anyways. Oh! Let's see. My friend, cabin, that, I don't have to sleep this, crash, good. Your name in Discord is that? Okay, can you add me on Discord? Can you just go to the link in the description and like just message me so that way I have your thing? I'll take pictures in case I fuck up. I've never added anybody on Discord, so I'm kind of like, okay, I could try. This would be a first for me. But it'd be easy if you could just go to our Discord. I'm the top of the top right corner. I'm the whatever on our Discord. Also, it's a lovely bunch of people. Let's see. The detail is non-visible. Yeah, on the Shane Oryx, the detail's good, I think. I mean, I think so. But yeah. Nog says, for me, if I could work. Yeah. Jess says, sorry, bud, probably a drug. No, it's okay. It's all right. I do find it funny. I wonder if you guys know sometimes how rent-free you guys live in my head. Anyways. But yeah. Not normal streamer behavior. Anyways. The mask looks sick. I would love, yeah, it'd be great, man. I hope you would. In order for me to make it fair, I have to basically be like, God help you. Just get it out. Yeah. I also do wonder if maybe it would be better if I just had like an email list and people just like load in there, and then if you do once, you're just permanently in it. I feel like that's a little less fair. I feel like the act of having to sign up for each individual one gives you a possible increase if people are not into it, that particular mask. Yeah, I feel like I have to do it the way that I'm doing it. I can't do it like as like, just opt in and forever you'll be opt in. I hate this trailer. A friend says, I remember, the panic attack thing. Nog says, I've had 3 full-blown panic attacks my entire life, and the first one felt like every negative emotion I've ever had and ever will have, all at once, nonstop, for an hour and a half. Jesus. With no way to stop. Yeah, man, that's... Having 3 of those sons of bitches in your lifetime is horrible. I've had 1, which I know. Fuck me. Cry about it, I know. But for me, I can't. Yes, it's how weak I am. I can't talk about it without crying, so I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna address this. Okay. Anyways, you know what's so fucked up? It actually might totally correlate with what we just talked about, in like the need for achievement or the pursuit through achievement. Anyways, well, shit. Nog says second one was like 80% of that. Last one was different. Well, at least it's like seems like it's not as shitty. Last one was different. Don't know how to describe it. Other than not, yeah. I don't think any panic attack is like a vibe. I think panic attack is like just over too much. Feel less. Cat says, I love Shane and Oryx. I love the Shane or yeah. My hope is that she can stand upright. That's my fear. Is that like it's too hot toppy.
12V9S said I was so sick at school I couldn't walk to the nurse's office and felt like I was going to die.
Oh, for the anxiety. Yeah. Maybe I'm not understanding what an anxiety, a panic attack is. Sorry, I would assume it maybe it's not it, but was basically I like went into my room. I like was dry heaving uncontrollably. I fell to my knees. I felt I was wobbly. I couldn't stand, and then I just like cried for what I think was 4 hours, and then yeah, was just real fucking fucked up for a while, basically. But I don't know if that counts. I don't know if it's like you puke. I don't know if it's like your world's spinning. I don't know if it's you start fucking headbutting the wall. I don't know what qualifies as a panic attack. But yeah. Jess says, I would say put the price you believe is fair for the work, skill, and effort can always... Yeah, I feel like for me, Jess, is good. I appreciate you mentioning that. For me, I feel like what makes sense for me is the idea that we don't negotiate with price terrorists. Meaning, oh my god, thank you so much. Thank you for the raid fluff. Hit by a fluff raid, thank you. But for me, what makes sense is the thing of like, I would like, if I would rather like sell something for whatever I think the price.
Said, get Twitch rated.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone on love stream. Hopefully you have a lovely day. Appreciate you, love you. We're talking our ass off this stream. This is a yappy nonsense and maybe get to memes later. Oh, geez. But I like the idea of we don't negotiate with price terrorists, meaning you basically pick whatever price you think is actually like what people would buy it for. Not what people would want to buy it for, but what you think people would buy it for. Maybe that's something like a little annoying, like $200. But basically that means like, okay, I'm going to sell it for this, but I'd rather give it away for free or the price of a referral or something like that. So like, to me, that's the way I would justify it is like, I'd rather make it's either free, like I'll just give it to you for free and you'll tell your friends about it, or you'll pay this lump sum of price. But I don't like the idea of like, we're going to start like $50, we're going to eke our way up until like, if demand is too high. I feel like that's weird. Like, I feel like I'd rather like set the standard and be like, okay, no, I'd rather just give it away than like fuck with the price and make it a nightmare. Cause I feel like that's a really, blech. I just get anxious about it, like, well, maybe we'd increase it by this amount and this, and I'm like, no, it's just this amount for everything. Not for everything. Sometimes things are way harder. Like the Shane and Oryx one is legitimately 2 fucking statues in one.
Everyone that I am aware of experiences them differently. All I know is I wouldn't wish one on my worst enemy.
Yes.
Even though I have had different activities planned for said enemy and GT.
Okay. I plan to burn his house down. But anyways, I still wouldn't wish a panic attack. Disgust me. Let's see. I don't think... Well, let's see. Kat says, I don't think anything has to count, Grin. I think you had a horrible time regardless. Yeah, I don't know. To me, I find we live in a world where maybe it's TikTok, maybe it's social media, but so many people are like, I get it. Hey, guys, I seen this thing. I get it now. Hey, guys, I read this book. I understand it. And like, just this idea of like, I now know I've always had insert mental disorder, and I'm like, okay, what does this do for you? Like, okay, you have ADHD. Do you have any actions you can take that will help solve this? No? Okay, you feel a little less alone in the world. Maybe things make a little more sense. Okay. But like, I find I'm much more in that category. So like, I have like an aversion to labels on myself. Yeah. So like so some people are like, dude, I've had so many panic attacks, and probably those people have. Like, I have no doubt denying it. But for me, I'm like, maybe mine doesn't qualify as such, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't that, great. You know? That's where I come from. It's not necessarily like diminishing of me so much as like if I haven't earned the label, then great. I'm like, okay. I don't want the label.
12v9 said I got a date in a bit. I hope it goes well.
Let's go. Can you tell me about that? We love the lovey, sappy romance nonsense, friend. Hit me with it. What happened? Where'd you meet her? Is this a Tinder situation? Is this a what do you call it? Just running up to some? What is the expectation? Do you know them? Are you a friend? Or is this a random? I've never met this person, and I'm gonna go meet a stranger, basically, and hope to not fuck it up. Nog says, for far worse than burning their house down, Grin. Far, ooh. Don't hate them as much now as I used to, but still would beat the tar out of them. That's a great fucking, that's a fucking southern saying as hell, man. I'd beat the tar out of them if given the chance. Yeah, but I'm trying to think, do I have anybody... No. Yeah. Jess! What the fuck? Jess, stop it. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Jess says, here to help with the paint supplies. Jess, Jess, I appreciate it so much. You know, it's so crazy. Paint is so expensive. I will 100% do that. Thank you so much. That is incredible. Oh my God, that makes me want to paint. Okay, man, I'm doing the math of like, okay, we have this paint, which is green. We have this paint. We also have, what do you call it? This blue, which should be also invisible because why is this also, this is green. This is green. This is for sure blue, which makes sense. Anyways, do I have paint right beside me all the time, man? All the time, actually. Thank you so much, Jess. I was gonna say, does anybody have that? Does anybody have like a person that they really, really, really hate? Maybe like two people. I'm trying to think, man. Surely there's got to be.
CatGod11 said the paint desk in that video was a certain state of cleanliness.
Will you believe me if it's gotten worse? like much worse. The metallic paint was a little wild. I thought I need to get this video out. Okay. Oh, man. Also, I got this gigantic ass Daredevil statue, and I still don't know if I should just give it away. It does look cool. It's huge. It's way bigger than Shane. It's probably the biggest statue I've ever made. Yeah. Also, I'd have to piece together the head back. I don't know. I don't have any place to put my statues. This one's huge. This one's like this big. Like, I can't, like, yeah, let's say this, it's this big, tall wise. This, and then this. It's Elektra. It's Daredevil Elektra. It's Elektra wearing Daredevil suit, basically.
Gnawing Fetus said they didn't exactly do anything to me myself that I would qualify for the amount of hate. Just hurt my friends and showed no remorse.
Ooh.
Repeatedly. And that is unacceptable to me.
Oh, like a chain cheating thing? That would drive me mental. I was going to say, never, I'll do it again. Well, appreciate you. I appreciate you, but make sure you take care of you. You're the one that deserves the most taken care of. I was going to say, so what do you call it? Yeah, man, I don't know why, but and maybe this is like my own bullshit, but like, I think, I'm not sure where I learned it, but like, it was the idea that like, maybe it's like this conversation with like free will or stuff like that. But like every single time I like, it was a belief that like made me reshape how I see everything. Like how I reshape and how I see hate a lot and like vileness towards them, which is weird. But like, and this is maybe like the thing I hate about like a lot of social media too, which is virtue signaling. I just like this grandstanding of like, I'm such a morally pure and good person, and I can't believe that you would ever say something that could be perceived as mean or rude or something like that. And I'm going to take this one thing you said and cast it upon your entire character, which is, I think, is stupid. But anyways, all of that, my dislikement for that comes from this belief of like, if somebody surrounded you as an individual with enough stimulus that was toxic, evil, cruel, just the right, like, again, if you're a character in a story and some author was like, how can I make this person evil? How can I make this person selfish? How can I do all these things? You could do it. I think you could very much do it. Maybe you have a disposition. I just don't think that disposition is enough to control like all of the variables that can affect you in life. So for me, I basically walk around with this idea of like, I am everybody. Like that person who's like along this, like a homeless person who's like screaming at the seagulls and shit and hucking rocks at people. If I lived that person's life, there's a high probability that I might become that person, or I could have become that person. So it doesn't make it so that people who hurt you are like completely absolved of all evil, but it does make me like, takes away my like hatred for them, I guess, or like this like feeling of like I need to get back at them, or I need to prove them. It makes me feel like this hollowness towards them, if anything. If not like empathy, or not, maybe not empathy is the right word, but like it also, I guess it also energizes you. Is like, okay, well, if that's the case, then, and I know that a bunch of circumstances and stimulus can massively change who I am. All the more reason that I should be grateful for like being conscious enough to not have all that bullshit, to even have that thought of like, okay, maybe I can actually choose who I am, and maybe I can actually like this bad thing can happen to me, and I can either make it a good thing or a bad thing, and I'm in control of that. I think that's a very like, I don't know, it takes away the absolute like evil out of the world in some capacity, without completely taking it away. Because again, I don't think you need to be a pushover, but I do think that means you need to like. Also, is there another Shadow of War? What's going on? Is this a new game? I don't know what this is. Maybe it's it's Diablo. I think it's probably collab. Anyways, no way. Also, what's good, Nub? Nub says, hate is a strong word, and there is no one that garners that much emotion for. Yeah, I feel like that's a very real. I have people who I think are like, well, even that's weird. Like maybe I may be fucked up, but like I don't even know if I just don't like actions. Like I think that's where like I separate people from like, I just dislike the actions you take. So like I don't even hate you. I just dislike all the actions that you did. That doesn't mean but like hating a person or disliking a person, thinking they're disgusting. I don't know if I'd say they're disgusting. I'd say like the things you did, I find disgusting. And I think those are a reflection of you. And I feel like you're going to continue the patterns of behavior you've done. So therefore I don't want anything to do with you, basically. But I don't know. It's like a weird, to me, stop! Jess, relax! Jess, that's crazy. Jess, please. Jess, please. Jess just dropped 50. Jess, you need to have fucking medical bills and shit to pay off. Jess, you gotta stop. You gotta fix the bike. You gotta get a helmet. Helmets are expensive as fuck. Okay? Stop it.
McFlufferkin said,
I appreciate it.
That's Shadow of War.
But stop it.
Maybe something new coming.
Oh, maybe something new. Okay. If there's a new Shadow War, that'd be huge. I'd be so excited, actually, if that, dude, Shadow War went super hard. I always thought the story of Shadow War was not the best for me. Also, yeah, that's $50. Jess is insane. Anyways, Jess, very helpful. It's actually great. Your first donation was huge. The first donation you gave, which was $20, that was I had to buy this fucking app, dude, because I wanted to basically record my painting process. So I had to buy this fucking app that was like, dude, did I make a mistake, guys? I hate membership stuff so badly. Like I hate paying monthly subscriptions, basically. So I bought this app that basically converts your iPhone camera into like feeding right indirectly into OBS. So it's like a great webcam if you want a webcam. But this damn program was like, do you want to spend $5 a month, or for a year? Sorry, $5 a year, or send $20 for a lifetime access of the pro version, essentially. And I just sat there and I just thought, I hate subscriptions so much. I just spent $20, and I was thinking about it. $5 a year. I would have had to, yeah. It might not be worth it. Honestly, it might be one of the few times where I'm like, am I still going to be using this in 4 years? Probably, but I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, but that you did pay for that, which is very sweet. And then the $50 is absolutely diabolical. Anyways, also, friend says, me and my friend have lies. I have no friends. Says me and my friends have a pact to protect one another and not let anyone get through our brother. Interesting. I don't know what that. That's tough, man. Because I feel like, man. Okay, can I talk to you guys about something? I don't know if I thought through this enough. This might be a cooked stuff thing to talk about. All right. Basically, it's about like relationship stuff. And once again, man, I've talked to you guys about this, man. They fucking YouTube keeps sending me like bullshit thing of like.
Gnawing Fetus said, I only have the one person I hate. It wasn't entirely what they did. It was the total lack of concern/care for WTF they did to my friends.
All their actions towards
on repeat.
Everything.
Anyone else, I can usually see their perspective.
Yeah. I feel like to me is like, I don't even know if I'd say perspective so much as just the actions. Like they like, you chose to do this. I hate that, and that I don't want. But to me, like like by saying, like, maybe this is what Nub was trying to get at, which is like by saying I hate you, I give you me, I guess. I give a part of my mind, my emotions to you, so you've won. So for me, I always just distance that, and I'm like, nah, I might have made the same mistakes as you, made the same decisions if I had the same upbringing. I don't want to give you any of that power. I want peace. Boom. It's kind of like the Vinland Saga thing. I have no enemies. Kind of vibe. That kind of vibe. It's more of a selfish pursuit of like, I just don't want to fucking give you anything about it. How I feel about this. Let's see. I just want to make sure I'm not missing out on chat. Shadow War. Maybe that's coming. Wow. Studio. Yeah, I thought the Shadow War closed. Yeah. I thought I'd say that. Friend says, my friend is a blacksmith. Dude, that sounds so cool. Working at a medieval armor, and dude, that's so fucking awesome. That's the coolest thing ever. Oh my God. Everyone has gotten down the, maybe I should pick up blacksmith kind of vibe. You see a couple knives, you see Damascus steel, and you're like, this could be my hobby. Meanwhile, it takes so much space. It's very hard. And yeah. I got health insurance. I'm good. No, Jess. But the helmet. Helmet costs money, man. You want to get a nice helmet? I appreciate it so much. I always struggle this line of being, I'm so grateful for any kind of assistance or help, especially when it comes to painting and stuff like this. But at the same time, treat yourself. And it's like a conundrum. If anyone's willing to like, it's like if the person who's willing to give like the homeless person some money, or like give the mom who's buying at the groceries or something like take care of them, they are by their very definition of helping a person deserving of help. So it's just like a conundrum of sorts. Anyways, I'm only the person I do that I'm all taken care of, but unless you can make a Wolverine a healing factor, I wish. I wish. Now it says, yes, exactly. For me to hate someone, I require a portion of my thoughts through the, the day, which is way more than I want. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to give you any of that. Anyways, all right, let me talk about you guys. All right, so talk to you guys about this. Also, I should finish my coffee. It's 6:30. Jesus Christ. It's 6:30. It feels like, man, we have memes might be not on the chopping block today, guys. It's too funny conversation. Sorry. Sorry. There's so much coffee left. Oh my God. Speaking of not sleeping. Okay, so as you guys know, I've been getting bombarded by fucking YouTube sending me like a Reddit story. Like, hey, this is what happened to me. Man, like, am I, like, basically, you know the format, like, am I the asshole? My girlfriend kept telling me to, put the seat up. So I put it with saran wrap, show her, all that stuff. So it's like that, except just stories on Reddit that people have read. They're probably all generated by AI. Anyways, it's been sending shit all my way. And one of the things that it's consistently shown, and it's weird because it basically talks about, like, in relationships, say you're dating a girl. Let's just do this. Say you're dating a girl, and you're just chilling. You're like, I play video games. I watch some Marvel. I'm just in this stage of my life. I go to do my work. I come home. I want to relax. All that stuff. And you're dating this lady, and she gets really into like clubbing, like going out, drinking, all that kind of stuff. And let's say another thing. This is creepy. Let's say that she has friends that do not have any sort of companionship, or like they're not together, and they're like they just want to keep going out and drinking. It's weird because I've always heard like the angle from a lady, which is like, I don't want you to spend time with your friends. Because the reason I bring this up is because friend in the comments said that like he has a really tight connection with his friends, and they have like kind of like this. These are my brothers. I don't want to like let anything get in the way of that. And you always hear about how like there's a girlfriend that's like, spend less time with your friends, spend more time with me, all this stuff. But in my head, after watching so many of these stories, it had like this thing that I'm like, I'm not sure if it's correct, but I feel like it could be true. And it comes around this idea of like, I don't think it is entirely unreasonable for you to not want your partner to put you in a position that makes it disadvantageous for you. Does that make sense? So like, for instance, if you are dating this person and they're going clubbing and you're just not into that scene and they're getting shit-faced every night, a lot of stuff can happen. Like person who's shit-faced, surrounded by dudes with a bunch of friends who are like not in committed relationships at all, just seems like, that's a problem. And for people who don't understand necessarily what I mean by that, hypothetically say like you were like in a relationship and you had a group of dude friends who really like drugs. And what do you call it? And you didn't do drugs necessarily, but your friends were constantly inviting you in environments that were surrounded with drugs. Is your partner in this case kind of like right in the sense that she's kind of like, I'm a little worried that you're constantly around like risk, essentially, like either you could get someone could put this in your drink, and I don't think that's a problem having that conversation. The reason why I bring this up is because I hear that the alternative a lot, which is this idea of like, hey, you know, you always hear the bad story about how like a girlfriend is telling the boyfriend to like stop spending time with their friends, distancing them from the friend group. But then I also heard to me, I thought of this example where I'm like, I don't like, if I was that boyfriend in that instance, I'd probably try to have an open conversation about like, hey, I don't love the idea that you're going clubbing every night, putting yourself in like a position where like you're wearing revealing clothing and you're getting shit-faced, and I feel like there's a lot of risk here where like you could make a mistake, you could be putting yourself in a compromising position. I'm not trying to control you. I'm just saying like it puts me in a bad spot, basically. And maybe that's unreasonable. But I feel like sometimes in relationships, it's okay to be like, hey, I'm kind of unreasonable about this. But I came back to this idea of like relationships, and also anything, like friendships as well, which is like, I don't think it is wrong to not want to be put in a disadvantageous position. So like, I feel like there's a lot of people who are manipulators in this world who will like put a gun up to your head and be like, hey, why don't you trust me? Like, oh, you just don't trust me? And I'm like, why the fuck is there a gun against my head? Like, you're putting me in a really bad, why does it need to be that? Shoot my arm at least. Like, what is going on? So like, that to me, I feel like is the vibe a lot of time. Where like, a lot of people will be like, oh my God, I can't believe you don't trust me. Or, oh, I can't believe you're trying to take me away from my boys. All that stuff. And you're just like, no, I just feel like it's not fair for you to put me in the worst spot possible, where I have the most to lose and the least to gain. Which is why I think communication is so important. Because like, I think if in either sense, if the girlfriend who wants to go and like live her best life clubbing was like, nah, I'll phone you every couple hours, I'll let you, what do you call it, you can come by randomly if you want to check on me, like that's fine, I promise I won't drink, I'll check in, like whatever the thing that they need to say that helps you, give you a reassurance, that makes sense. That's a good friendship. It's like, okay, it's literally the idea of like someone pointing a gun at your head and being like, why don't you trust me? Like your friend is yelling at you, and you being like, can we at least not shoot me in the head? Can I shoot me in the arm? And they're like, okay, that's fair. I mean, that's relationship. I can't make it so you have no disadvantage, because sometimes it's just rough. But I can limit the level of risk you have to take by doing this and that, I guess. Anyways, guys. Oh, I was thinking about this week. Also, Kat says it makes sense to me. Thanks, man. I was hoping it made sense. I feel like there's two routes of it. Like, I understand the dude who's like, man, it's a toxic trait when your lady's trying to distance you from the boys. But at the same time, I also think it's tough, man. I feel like sometimes it's tough. Like for me, I'm like, yeah, but if you're like, crazy thought, but like if you are pursuing a companion with the intention of it being a relationship, I feel like it's not crazy to be like, I probably like, if this person hypothetically is going to be the mother of your children, you're probably gonna need to make sacrifices. You're probably gonna need to invest in this person quite a lot. So the idea that that's there, and that might be even like a genetic variable for women, which is like, hey, I need to make sure you're giving me enough attention because eventually it's going to be kids. And I don't want to raise these kids by myself, and you need to be here present. Then maybe that makes sense. Anyways, I don't know. I've been watching a lot of these things, and I've been like, basically, like, you're constantly giving these stories. You're like, how would I navigate this? And I'm like, well, I don't think it's right to put yourself in a bad position, but I also think that it's fair to be able to communicate and be like, hey, I'm not saying you can't do these things. I'm just saying, why do I have to incur the maximum amount of risk? Why can't you help me limit the risk as much as possible? And I feel like a good partner or a good friend even would be like, yeah, I get you, dude. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, it's like, hey, I want to borrow money from me. Okay, great. Is there like, can I take that your collection of lighters that I know you've been collecting ever since you were like young, just so that I know I'm gonna get something back? I'll even take just 5 or something. And I'm like, okay, like at least there's something to be like, hey, I'm gonna mitigate the risk of you that you take. Maybe I'm an asshole. Maybe I'm like a soulless, like transactional piece of shit. I don't know. I just don't trust people. I don't know. But it's not that I don't trust people. It's more that I don't want to put, like, I feel I don't want to put anyone in a compromising position. Basically, is a good way to put it. Anyways, I think you guys get it. What do you call it? Friend says he wants me to test the armor. Oh, dude, what? Oh my God, what a fucking dude. What an SS tier friend. Your friend is a blacksmith, and he wants you to put on medieval fucking armor, dude. Oh my god, I'd vibrate out of my skin. I'd be so happy. I'd be so juiced, dude. Are you kidding me? Putting on a whole fucking bit of plate mail and shit. You're probably stabbing into your legs and shit. Every move is like lifting like 20 pounds. But oh my god, oh dude, imagine if you had a friend like this and you're both like, let's go to a convention. You're both just armored to the teeth. Oh my god. That'd be such a good vibe. Anyways, fitting, not shooting armor at me. Yeah, just for fitting. That's still cool, man. What a cool vibe. You hang with your friend, you get to like take some pictures in full-on armor. I would pay to do that. I might even like, hey, there's a random place in this town. Go to it, put on dope as hell armor, like cosplay art, look cool as shit. Get a picture with your homeboys, drunk as shit or something. Because you're both just doing random nonsense. I feel like, dude, that'd be a really easy yes. Which is your homeboy is like, hey, man, there's this weird fucking cosplay photography thing. It's like $50. Do you want to go with me? Do you want to like just fucking look like crazy Warhammer characters? Take some crazy pictures. That would be awesome. Jess says, that sounds dope. I'd love a set of... Yeah, Ranger Armor would be cool. Man, like Ranger Armor Warhammer or Ranger Armor like Fallout New Vegas? Or Ranger Armor as like military armor. Jess says, so much space and money for all the tools. What's that referring to? Note says, I just want enough space and money to get myself a full Scorpion chair. Man, that's wild. Yeah, the Scorpion chair was great, man. I just wonder how... if you could drop 10K on a fucking seat, basically, I feel like I would need to see, like... I want to test run it, which is impossible. But, like, I couldn't get it, like, sit in it. I'd have to know it's, like, heavenly. It's like sitting in the best bed you've ever sat in your whole life. And even then, to me, that's not a good thing. Maybe be too tired. Anyways, gang... It is finally time for us to do a little bit of react. Have you guys been posting cool shit? You guys always post cool shit, so it's a little bit of a LARP question or whatever. But yes, share GRINN. Is it share GRINN? I think so. No, it's GRINN reacts, and then we have memes. Should we do memes first? Let's do a little memes. All right, we're here. Meme stuff. What is this? Johnson with him.
Dear humanity,
no! The greatest, that's a great song. I always think of it Saints Row. Being aliens, bastards, regret coming hot. Oh, is this just...
most definitely regret the
this might be a you guys, I'm sorry, but this definitely will... What the fuck? This is definitely for you guys. Stop it! Yes, this is a meme that I unfortunately, it has to be, you guys have to enjoy it. Is it just... Oh my god, it would hit so hard too. Oh god, I wish we had fucking... I wish YouTube wasn't a nightmare. Anyways, is this like a full-on... Like an AMVA for the Arbiter? Jason. Oh no, it's just Jason. Jason being awesome. Yeah, power is 100p. Copyright, unfortunately. Also, Nub said, I got a buddy who did test run it, and he said he could have fallen asleep with how comfortable it was. He did? Oh, no. Now, how attainable is the goal for you? Oh, what? Oh, we get that later. But yeah, like, is this something where, like, I'm saving for it and I will buy it? Or is it like, nah, it's like wishful thinking. I'm not going to do that. But, like, if I got a better job, like, something. It's like, if I won the lottery, whatever. Is it like one of those, or is it like how attainable? Not very. I don't have it. Yeah, that's what I just sort of like. To me, I'm like, is it something that like you were actively saving for and will like 100% let it rip, or is it something that you're like, nah, I just think it'd be cool. I think it'd be like really sick.
Cat God 11 said the bump you clicked on that scrolled you up was me linking something you hadn't seen.
Oh, perfect. This one, excellent. Oh, did I turn off? I did. Okay, good. I just want to make sure it's not going in the background. All right, pop.
Hey, Pico, you remember the time that Heavy went to that Rihanna concert?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he hit that motherfucking want you to make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world.
That was amazing. That was great.
I'm the only one that you've ever known.
Sonar, what the frick, dude? Are gonna.
Oh, man, dude, I don't know what it is. I cannot hear the word frick and not just think of like my prepubescent self that's just like, what the frick? What? Like, you try not to swear, basically. Oh man, frick is such a. I can't hear it. I can't hear anything in here. Frick. Just the most like tiny little mouse. Frick. You could be like a gigantic man, deep ass voice, and you say frick, and I just immediately think, oh, you're a baby. But regardless, that was amazing, dude.
Ism2nub said, if I get a job that pays me enough, so it becomes less than 5% of my yearly income, I am getting it with zero questions.
Zero questions. Yeah. I feel you wouldn't look around. I feel like 10K is a steep price, you know? Like, I don't need it to be all steel, you know? I feel like I just want something that's nice. Ow, my eye. I do think. Also, would you go for the Scorpion? There's a bunch. That company's got like fucking like 15, probably more like 26 models of like weird chair thing. There's something like morph and shit, and I'm like that. I chop around, you know. I get the one that I think this might be it. Also, what is this? What the fuck? An impression of a guy singing a song with a story.
The next one I want to do, if it ever...
Also, I never got into TFT, man. Oh, it is. Oh, this is just upload. I see. This is just uploaded thing. Gotcha. I think we watched all this. Good. Memes are checked. Let's go ahead and do the react. GRINN react is usually where all the good stuff. Well, memes are great too, but you know, this is where you guys really pop off. Streaming a new game, Morbid Metal. Check out quick section. Is it just TNA? Let's see. 5509. 5509. 5509. Ooh, uploaded on YouTube. Oh, this is a cat. Oh, no, this is a cat. I thought it was low. 55. 55. Is it 55? I'll check. First of all, love it. Looks fucking cool as hell. You're wearing a cool, like, disco mohawk. 55. I was right. 55. Ooh, I didn't know you would. Do we stream with voiceover? Let's go, Cat. That's what Cat sounds like. Glorious. Sounds fantastic.
Cat.11 say you're on 45. LMAO, bruh.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see it. 55. I was trying to check before I did the thing. There. Ooh, it's got that DMC vibe. But you're changing into some shit. Okay.
Raidmate said, don't want to be that guy, but is Palworld still happening this stream?
Probably not. Palworld is always, whatever after the hangout is usually the thing. Unfortunately, because we talked our ass off, yeah.
I am too nub. Said I want the one that's omnidirectional with custom covers and some other extras.
Ooh, okay. Custom cover. Oh, like let's say cushion covers. I see. Yeah, Raid, if I'm honest, how I look at my stream usually, especially on Fridays, is it's mostly hangout. So sometimes we have nothing happening in the week at all, and everyone's like, dude, I'm not really... I don't really want to talk. And I'm like, okay. So then I have fallbacks. My first fallback is react. so if there's a super slow stream and there's just nothing happening, react. Okay. We have stimulus. We have like things to talk about just because you guys wanted to share stuff with me and share stuff with us, I should say. And then the third fallback is Palworld. Basically, it's the game. But because there was so much shit to talk about, and we had such a good, like, chat never stopped moving, which is probably my favorite. My favorite streams are when people have a lot of stuff to say and we can bounce off each other. But that's how this usually works. I probably should mention that at the top of the streams usually when I'm like, hey, these are all parachute cords, or whatever you want to call it, if something starts slowing down. I love this. I don't know if I love the space stuff as much. I do love the, like, tech, though. It's hard to get the tech without the spacey vibe. You doing clean work here. This is a game I think Alone would like. It's kind of got that DMC kind of slashy vibe. Does it play like... Oh, I don't know. I was going to say, does it play like
Nier Automata? Not Nier Automata, sorry. Stellar Blaze, my man. Is it Stellar Blaze? I think it's Stellar Blaze. I think Stellar Blaze is one more QTE or whatever. So far, I am erect. Okay. I love how like it doesn't seem like you ever have to like run away. Like you can like kind of counter or push into anything, kind of similar to like Doom, where like everything is just violence basically.
God, motherfucking man. He's too fast.
Also, I love the like. I love.
Can't even perceive it. It's triple S.
Ooh.
Holy shit.
That's awesome. What do you call it? Yeah, let's have this in the background. I was gonna say, man, it looks awesome. Yeah. Also, I love everyone who's playing like combat games is the same thing. Where except for me, I'm bad with the sound effects. I'm like, ooh, ah. Also, I like the little mohawk. You got a little tadpole, a little sperm running around. Let's see. Jess says that was such a good impression. I'd think he was using a voice changer. Also, Nub says, I want the one that omnidirection with custom. Yeah. There's a ton. It's funny, crazy that you know. I feel like I can't look at them. You know what I mean, Nub? I'm like, I can't like this enough. I'm too poor to like this. That's okay. I kind of feel. Yeah, again, I probably should do a better job explaining this top of the stream. By the way, just FYI, again, there's not going to be a stream on Saturday. I feel hollow, alien, and I hate it, but we'll see how this happens. See how I feel about it. I don't know if I can do what we said we'd do last week, where we do next week we do just Thursday. I think I need more time. I need the time to adapt to it. Yeah. We'll see. Love the chat. Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, Fluff says, I tried the demo of this before. It was neat. Yeah. I actually never really seen a lot of it. It kind of has a Warframey vibe. But I do say, pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Cat God 11 said this guy's my new character. Throw chakrams, bladed discs.
Ooh, it's got a character type of thing like that? It's funny because for this type of game, I think I like the Doom thing is, I think, pretty cool, where like it's a little weird, but basically it's hard to describe, but basically you're like, instead of having to pick like, I want these abilities but not all these other ones and that kind of thing, I like the idea of like where Doom is, where it's just like, nah, you basically have access to everything, so you just become more and more of a monster rather than like you having to always like, there's positives and negatives and stuff like that, you know. Especially for a game like that where there just seems like there's a fuck ton of enemies, where like I'd rather them just throw a shit ton more enemies at me and let me like have everything than be like, I gotta pick my battles, or trade-offs I should say. Was wandering through the wasteland of Fallout 76 when I came across this interesting sign. Ooh, the clip from Lone Stream. Nope, maybe I hit the wrong thing. God damn it. Oh, it's just the image. Okay. What do we got? First of all, playing Fallout 76, and yes, what is okay? There's a guy who's a gnome?
I Haveno friends
Wizard?
12v9 said I gotta go. I've got the date.
Have a great date. Enjoy your time. Woo her. Okay. Welcome, or him, I'm not sure what it is. Welcome committee to what is this? Sad Boy 507, Snoop, Brock Lee, Chavbot, Karita, and it's just they're all hanging out with this giant statue. I don't like how this person's at dick height, basically. Oh, you can zoom in. Also, what a fucking high quality image. Sorry, Logan. That kind of takes, yeah, it's crazy. All right, so Lone did give us this playlist, which is just filled with stuff. I think we already racked some of it, so let's just see. Rainho, love to see it. One of the few VTubers I know quite well. What is this? Oh god, even fucking Chimney form, they're stacked. Anyways, boom. Oh! Let's hope that music not copyrighted. What is this sim ass Animal Crossing stuff? That's crazy work.
That is wild. This little tiny bit of white is doing way too much work. Anyways. Ooh, there's a tearing. Is this Nikita mixed with what? What is this game? Looks like that one game I've seen a bunch of VTubers play. This is crazy. That's wild. I know it's like Ghibli formed, but still diabolical. And this is on YouTube, 74K. Okay. I feel like, let's see, did my no, we're good. Usually it'll tell you if it's a copyright claimed on the video. What is it? Is this Nikita's like a trailer that it's recreating, or is this just hey? I've recreated Nikita basically within this game that I think I've seen a lot of YouTubers create. Shift Up is what it's called? I don't know. All right, we gotta stop. we gotta stop. That's too much. Yes, got it. Oh wait, we have more. I forgot. We have just got to scroll down. There's so much. Let's see. Scroll. Oh, here we go.
Better watch out. You better
Ooh, dude. Again, I have no interest in this shit. Why are you doing this? Why are you paragliding, man?
McFlufferkins said Shift Up is the devs of Nikki and Stellar Blade.
Oh, so they took all the characters from those? I see. I still think it's that weird, like, weird game. It looks like it's a fucking PS2, or not PS2, Wii U kind of emoji people. What? Okay.
not die. You better watch out. You better not die. You better not crash. I'm telling you why.
Huh?
Because you told your wife you're at work.
Scissors cuts paper.
At this point, that man may just want... You guys ever think that maybe that's the angle I haven't considered? Which is like, maybe it's not that these people do these things because it's dangerous and thrilling and they hate their family. Or no, maybe it is because of that. Maybe it's because they hate their family, actually. Maybe it's because they're like, I just want to actually die and hurt them as much as they've hurt me over the years. So I'm going to go cave diving, actually. Just thought it'd be a fun thing to do.
Paper covers rock. Rock crushes lizard. Lizard poisons Spock. Spock smashes scissors. Scissors decapitates lizard. Lizard eats paper. Paper disproves Spock. Spock vaporizes rock. And as it always has, rock crushes scissors.
How does Spock eviscerate rock? Does he crack it? It's too fast. That's the problem with shorts. It's just like, it's over. Honestly, yeah, we see this one. It is very cool, but not the most ergonomic, and apparently it's pretty dog shit also. It's just not like a good actual use case. Watch this before you visit the movies.
We had a friend.
Is there just... Oh, dude. Is this just like every fast food thing you ever eat is actually disgusting and you should hate everybody who is involved?
McFlufferkins said it's a reference to original Star Trek. Vulcans are actually very strong.
Oh, he's a fucking... Really? Spock, like the thin nerd guy, can crush rocks? I was a Star Wars guy, guys, to be honest. I don't know if I could ever describe how much I've just super not been into the vibe of Trek. Like the fucking uniforms and shit have just... It's not my vibe. It could not be less my vibe.
We had a friend that worked at theaters, and this is back when like
his AI.
It was like $3.95. He was like, "Well, it's really like $20, $25 an hour." He said everything's done by inventory. You get a stack of cups. You get 50 cups. You get 50 popcorns. So when you're done, then they just boom. Okay, we know we just sold 50. That's how they do it. It's just inventory on the actual.
I feel like that's not every. That can't be every thing.
Items you're selling. He said, so what we do is whoever goes and grabs the garbage to take it out, pulls out all the used cups and all the used containers for popcorn containers, is when we stack them up and then we wash them out. And whenever somebody comes in, and if they give you exact change, like, okay, it comes to $20, is when they pull out cash, is we're like, jackpot. You take the 20, you reach under, you grab one of the used ones, you get them the popcorn, you get the 2 sodas, and
I call giga bullshit on this one, gang. Fucking paper cups from the movies do not last. They also cannot be washed. Yeah. I think that is insane. The fact that this guy, I think he's like a billionaire or whatever, is talking about that doesn't make any sense. Also, you would be like wildly... What is it called? You'd be wildly subject to like a huge fine, like fucking crazy fine.
You give it to them and they leave and you pocket 20 bucks.
Yeah, also you'd never have a job again ever, and you'd have to create like such a huge fine if anyone ever figured it out. Also, people like gnaw on cups, like also the level of work you'd have to do to rummage through fucking trash and for what, $20 more or something? Anyways, that's one of my favorite things about like business bros. Or like just eventually they tap the well dry of all their knowledge and they're like, this thing that happened to me when I was younger and didn't know anything about nothing. It's also relevant, I guess, to my success. And you're like, no, man, I don't think it is. Anyways, oh my God, dude. This is impossible to create, right? I don't mean to be the guy who's like, their pyramids are fake. But this level of like artistry, has anyone ever like recreated it in modern day? Because hot damn.
This is the most complex shield in history that blinded more enemies than it killed.
See, like that's
However,
a basic ass rendition.
Made it unique wasn't its defense, but its deadly offense. It included retractable blades.
This is gonna kill you, man.
Gauntlet, spikes on the knuckles, and serrated edges designed to catch or break an opponent's sword. Although the Italian weapon hid one more secret used in night duels you wouldn't believe existed, which the user could turn on or off. But because it relied on oil, one wrong move could leave the wielder in the dark. It featured a built-in oil lantern that, when activated, could instantly blind enemies. This is the most complex shield in history.
Oh, I think I've seen this before. It's so funny. You're just like, this tiny cat. Oh, it's so funny. You're in like the middle of a fucking duel. Holy shit. And some dude's like, wait, ha! A tiny candle. Oh shit. I just love that the AI's equivalent of it. It's clearly just meant to fucking be useful, like utility. Like I can't see shit. I have this thing on my arm the whole day. Might as well like use it to like look through like a small corridor. It's just for fucking illumination. They're like, no, it was to blind a man. Oh, I do think it's like, I think shields are like underappreciated, and man, does that look clean. Oh, let's end the stream on that high note. That was so funny to me. Oh my God, just the idea. That's oh, it's so stupid. Anyways, all right, gang. Oh, so good. I appreciate you. Lone, your react tab thing, fire. All right, so good. Oh, so I can't wait to watch this tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I mean, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see where the wind takes us. I love me some airsoft stuff. Oh my eye. Maybe I want to save that for tomorrow so that we can just really indulge in all of it. Cause I wouldn't mind doing a long watch of one of those videos. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start winding down. Let's see. Jess says, on the show, the Orville, there was a really small, petite woman alien who was on a planet that had much more gravity, and she could bend and reshape titanium with her bare hand. That's awesome.
Don't watch the full airsoft, just the clip
just
above.
The clip?
Great stream.
Hey, what do you call it? What do you call it, Jess? That sounds like the plot of John Carter. And that, dude, people may hate that movie. I thought the movie was fire as hell. I thought it was a very fun concept of like basically the guy goes to Mars and becomes like fucking Superman, basically jumping like building lengths because of Earth's gravity and stuff. Awesome. All right. Fluff did raid me because he's the sweetest boy ever. Appreciate you, Fluff. But I do believe Lone is streaming right now, so we are going to go raid Lone on Twitch, and I will give you his link to his channel. If y'all want to go see a fun stream on Twitch, there it is. Fun stream for Lone. Go support our boy. He's always sweet to us. How do I hit enter? Oh God. Oh, there we go. Click that link if you want to see Lone's fantastic stream. Also, I believe Fluff will be streaming also before me, so I'll give you Fluff's stream as well. You guys have time? You want to pop in a Fluff stream? It's a great time. He streams quite a lot in the week, and you'll probably be able to catch him before I stream. So if you wanted to pre-game a little bit, boom. Or just watch his, whatever you want. But alas, I'll miss you guys. Tomorrow, we'll be playing Palworld. I have made minuscule progress. I changed my base, okay? Yeah. I need to really just watch a video about breeding. Like I need to understand what that all is so I can start like getting my goddamn characters. Because I want the golem now. Well, now give me the idea of the golem thing, and now I need that, but I need to get the fucking big ass Pikachu thing first. Anyways, love you to bits. Hope I can see you tomorrow. Thank you kindly for your time, and goodbye for now, my friends.